Alright, how's it going? Today we're doing Guardian Games Competitive Playlist Week 2 with a high score of 304k, using Dawnblade Warlock again. We had Starfire and Fusion Nades. For weapons we're going a bit more unorthodox, we're using Forerunner, Judgment of Kel'Groth and Corrective Measure. These mods here, we've also got the Proximity Ward mod to gain an overshield while finishing, which is very important because we'll be doing a lot of finishes in this. So, start off, we're just going to run forward, we're going to use a machine gun to weaken down some guys. Going to get this major down so I can finish him. Get the insult to injury by doing an emote first. Then I mess up a bit here. I'm not meant to kill things with grenades, because if I do then my ability empowerment goes away, which means my super doesn't charge as quickly, so I'm in a little bit of a bind, but it should be alright. So now to start off, we're just going to kill some miners, so we can get ability empowerment going back up. As you can see, my super's coming back really fast. I'm just going to hide under here. This will cause a lot of enemies to bunch up on me over here, which is actually quite useful. I get the insult to injury off on that. Now I've got the champion. Just going to stun him. I didn't get the emote off, so I'm just going to get the heavy kill to possibly get bricks from beyond. Now I'm going to place my well down here, or in the center. And I'm going to get some kills to get weapon empowerment, as well as adrenaline junkie stacks, so I can kill the Thresher. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of mowing. Throw a grenade on the well, which is wonderful. Get that guy weak. Gonna get him. Very nice. And once you killed enough, you'll be able to move on. Now for this we want to get Adrenaline Junkie times 5 and an orb going, so I'm weakening a Gladiator, so Fusion and Grenade will then kill. I'm going to use anti-barrier rounds to weaken the Phalanx, get him done. Now for this bit we got a lot of mages, but unfortunately we're just going to have to explode them all with a fusion grenade and a well that will cause an ignition. Trying to get the finisher off on one of these, but it just doesn't work. Oh well. Now I'm just going to move on. Now we've got the Shadow Guard Centurions. On their own they don't count for any points, but if you get the insult to injury off, you do get some points from it. We're going to immediately pick up the orb and drop it, so all the new enemies spawn. We're just going to clear these guys out before we try to actually dunk the orb. I'm going to place a well down here now, so I can kill all the guys on the other side, including the champion, because I do not have time to go in and out to get him. I'm gonna weaken this guy down, but then the enemies here seem to randomly regenerate their health. I believe it's because of the little shield generator things. It means that the things are not working properly, which is annoying because sometimes you think you can finish, but you can't, and then you might just die because of that and stuff. So now that we dunk the orb, we're going to go down here. I'm going to face this guy. I'm going to weaken them down a bit with the glaive. He's in finisher range now, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm now going to place my well down here. I have the wrong weapon out, which is great. Get pushed up and almost die, which is also wonderful. I think I finished the wrong guy though. Anyway, so now that we've got a lot of machine gun kills, we got stacks of damage boosts, so we can take out the Thresher. Now we've done that, we just have the Major there, which accidentally killed in one shot, and the Champion. This is a prime example of what I mean. See how weird that was? That's wonderful. That's what I deal with on a regular basis. This is why this run is so annoying. I could have gotten a better score. My best is 312,000. This is only 304. But I don't know, I just can't be bothered sometimes, you know. This is a really annoying strike to do. But I've definitely been getting better at it, so I might try again. So we're coming up here, we've got almost full heavy, if not full, so we're just going to use some. Now I want to get a grenade kill, so I get 5 times Adrenaline Junkie and a couple of weapon empowerment boosts, so I can absolutely just melt this Thresher, which is really nice. Now I'm gonna push up and just run past these guys a bit. I'm gonna go and put a well just here. Then gonna try to melt down this champ a bit. Finish him. And now we're just gonna clear out all the other guys. We threw a grenade at that Shadow Guard, so we can just weaken him down, so we can get the finisher and the orb. Now, that Harvester just does not leave, I think, ever, so you have to be really careful of him, use your cover, stuff like that. Anyway, so now a big wave of enemies are going to spawn. They're all going to come towards me, so I'm just going to put my well here, and just use the machine gun to mow them down. There is also a champion, he's coming up in a sec, there he is. Just stun him, and then I accidentally kill him, but yeah, it's whatever. Once again, this run definitely could have been better. Just gonna take out some of these guys. We want to save the 3 mages. I don't know what to call them, mini-bosses, yeah. So I'm going to throw a grenade at one to weaken him down. Going to preemptively finish and then let the other guys weaken him into finisher range. Sorry, I meant preemptively emote. Apparently that grenade missed, which is amazing. Anyway, there's also a Harvester over there, which doesn't leave either. I just thought I'd let the other guys deal with that legionary, because I thought I'd tagged him for damage, but apparently not, so I missed out on the kill. As you see, we got the gold threshold already, which is a really good pace. Though I think I've actually gotten platinum before I entered here. So yeah, definitely could be better. Anyway, so we're just going to sparrow over to this side here. We're going to jump up. Gonna wait for some silence to spawn. We're gonna well. And then we're just gonna kill some stuff. We're gonna ignore the tank for a bit. it can one-shot you in the well, so just be careful of that. If I weaken the tank now, the gladiators will start to move up the ramp over there. Like so, so I can just pick them off in their backs quite easily. I say quite easily, it wasn't that easy. Anyway, so that's the tank done, so we're going to move on. We're not going to jump up onto this platform because it will rearrange the spawning order of some of the enemies, which can ruin some things. We'll kill some gladiators with weapons so we can get our well back. Just going to spray down these incendios and weaken this barrier colossus and get the finish. Now we have a couple more guys, but also an unstoppable incendio coming up. There he is. Just going to deal with that guy first. And there's Platinum. Anyway, so now we're going to call the lift. A bunch of dogs are going to spawn behind us, but we're just going to leave them for a bit. We're going to wait for the elevator to calm down a bit, then we're going to place our well in cover and start killing things with the same well so we get extra points. Using the machine gun there, and then the magnum for a bit further away. And now we're going to kill the Tormentor. It's not too bad if you have gold weapon empowerment times 5. It is very helpful. But getting any kill in a well will count towards weapon empowerment buff. So now that we've got the shoulders off, we're just going to run back. Fun thing about this is this room was never designed to have melee enemies in it, which means the Tormentor and the Centurion will not be able to do anything as long as you just stand up a little bit. I meant Gladiator, whatever. Anyway, so we're weakening the Tormentor for finish. There we go. Now we don't want to kill this Incendio, because once we kill the Incendio and the Tormentor, all the other enemies will start despawning. So we want to get as many kills as possible as we are. We have bags of time. And also I want to get the finish off from this guy, so I'm just gonna weaken him. Accidentally got pushed out of the emote, but it's counted. Anyway, so now let's push on to the next bit. Alright, so we're going to start by jumping up on this side. That's probably not the best idea, but I just wanted to kill that phalanx early. Then going to drop down, start a well, and then kill all the turrets. We've got the Incendio pushing me. Normally he does it a bit later than that, but it's fine. So we're just going to melt him down. He's going to regenerate some health. And now we can finish him. Just going to take out these phalanx. And take out the Scorpiuses on the other side. We've got a well, but we're not going to use it just yet. We're going to drop down here and place it right next to this barrier colossus along with a grenade, which will cause an ignition, which means he's just in range for a finish. Now I'm gonna clear out some of these guys. Gonna weaken this guy. I don't get the emote off, so I'm just gonna kill him with void damage. Accidentally kill that guy, which is a bit annoying. Now one more little wave and we'll be moving on. I do notice that I do not have a lot of ammo in anything. Which is one problem with this build, which is you don't have an infinite ammo weapon, but honestly, this is it's a pretty good build. Anyway, so now we're coming up on the sun. When the lift stops, there's going to be turrets everywhere, so I'm going to put the well down. And just because we haven't really used them much, I'm just going to use the glaive. Okay, they should be hitting. Normally this is fine. Anyway, there are all the things, so we're just going to fusion aid spam, along with a bit of machine gun to replenish it thanks to Starfire Protocol. And now he's gone. So I'm now going to kill these Scorpius turrets. This is going to get our super back very quickly. I'm going to use that super along with the machine gun just to clear out all the enemies. Throw a grenade up on that guy to weaken him. I'm getting completely blinded by this harvester. Another one which doesn't leave. It does move around though, which is nice. Get the finish off there. Now we're just gonna sort of run to the thing, the receptacle, because you will be constantly pelted by that harvester once again. I'm gonna put a healing rift down here. And we're just gonna try to clear all this guy out. I need some heavy ammo, so I'm using my primary weapon. Not primary, but special weapons to kill stuff. I'm now going to ignore these dogs and move straight up into the middle after getting these turrets. I'm doing this because there are a lot of dogs and you can get a lot of good kill streaks on them. As you see, I got a heavy brick, so I just used a grenade. That was probably a bad idea. A lot fewer points, but it's whatever. Now I'm just gonna use the machine gun. Gonna just push him to the next phase with the Magnum. Then I'm gonna start clearing stuff out till I have my well. And then I want to put it over. Wait, yeah, there it is. Just gonna put it over here. Gonna get a lot of ability kills and weapon kills so I can get Thresher down very quickly. Now I'm just gonna let the other guys get him into finisher range. Or not, just do it myself. So now I'm just going to start trying to clear stuff out again. I have a lot of time to go before points start losing value. Well, not too much, but I'm looking for enemies because I know they spawn at some point, but apparently they're a bit lower in his health. which was a bit annoying to find out. Here they are. I'm going to take out all these turrets, put a well down here, but it was a bit in vain because he runs away. And that's the run. Yeah, after a lot of practice it wasn't actually too difficult. This is my first recording and I felt satisfied with it because 304k is pretty good. However, I definitely could have done better, I just couldn't be bothered. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful or enjoyable. If you did, like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.